Detention Center in Aurora, Colorado. We're here every Monday night. Community comes out. Community keeps coming out. It's a beautiful thing. We're here a little early, but thank you for joining us. Oh, really? Yeah. So. Yeah.
Try it out.
Just keep doing this. Welcome, everyone. My name is Jamie, and I'm with a band called Flowbots and a collective called No Enemies, and we want to welcome you tonight. We're the official hosts of tonight's Vigil. Most of what we have planned is just different ways to raise our voices together, literally songs we can sing. And if you're someone that has important information or something important to share, we'd welcome that. I don't think we have a long program tonight, so if you have something that is important to share, please do feel free to come check in with me. I want to invite everybody to come off of the streets and onto the sidewalk to invert the chants you sometimes hear.
Yeah, that's right.
And actually maybe even into the grass, because we really will be directing our voices towards the folks inside a lot of tonight. And I invite you to kind of get close together because we're going to start with a song that has become a little bit of a meditation. And for some of you, it might be very new, but for some of you, you've sung this song a lot. We have the lyrics to the song right here. Is there anyone who'd be willing to help me share the lyrics? So what we're going to be saying is to give us a heart big enough to love, or big for loving. Give us a heart strong enough to fight. And for those of you that know all the different variations, feel free to harmonize however you see fit. Now we're outside, so you're going to have to sing loud for us all really to be heard. Y'all ready? Danos un corazón grande para amar. Danos un corazón fuerte para luchar. Danos un corazón grande para amar. Danos un corazón fuerte para luchar. Danos un corazón grande para amar. Danos un corazón fuerte para luchar. Danos un corazón. Danos un corazón grande para amar. Danos un corazón fuerte para luchar. Danos un corazón grande para amar. Danos un corazón fuerte para luchar. Three more times, nice and strong. Danos un corazón grande para amar. Danos un corazón fuerte para luchar. Danos un corazón grande para amar. Danos un corazón fuerte para luchar. One last time. Danos un corazón grande para amar. Danos un corazón fuerte para luchar. Let's try this one. Oye, mi gente, traemos la fuerza.
Oye, mi gente, traemos la fuerza.
Let's try it again. Oye, mi gente, traemos la fuerza. La libertad es mi única bandera. Rise up, my people, my condors, my eagles.
My condors, my eagles.
No human being will ever be illegal.
No human being will ever be illegal.
Oye, mi gente, traemos la fuerza.
Oye, mi gente, traemos la fuerza.
La libertad es mi única bandera. Rise up, my people, my condors, my eagles. No human being will ever be illegal. One more time, louder. Oye, mi gente, traemos la fuerza. Oye, mi gente, traemos la fuerza. La libertad es mi única bandera. La libertad es mi única bandera. Rise up, my people, my condors, my eagles. Rise up, my people, my condors, my eagles. No human being will ever be illegal. No human being will ever be illegal. Even louder. No human being will ever be illegal. No human being will ever be. One last time. No human being will ever be illegal. No human being will ever be illegal.
Yeah. Whoa!
I'm starting to feel the power of this crowd assembled. Are y'all feeling it?
Yeah.
You notice right now we have microphones and our voices and signs, and that's it. I think many of you know a week from now, the community is turning out in force. And so we're going to need all of us here there. But even if there's bands, even if there's speakers, even if there's so much more than what we have, all we really need is what we have right now, which is our voices and each other. So look around you right now and say to yourself, this is the exact right crowd. This is the exact right group of people. This is the exact right community for tonight. This is the exact number of people that we need. So I want to invite in a moment Dr. Art Jones to come up here and talk about why it is that we're so focused on singing and songs and where some of these songs come from. Could you please put your hands together for Dr. Art Jones?
All kinds of stuff here.
Hi, everyone. It's this one, yeah. Hi, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's just so great to see you all here tonight. My name is Art Jones. I'm the founder of the Spirituals Project. The Spirituals Project is a nonprofit that's dedicated to preserving and revitalizing the songs that enslaved Africans created during slavery, chattel slavery in the U.S. And one of the things that those enslaved people taught us is that singing is a really powerful way to galvanize social change. And those songs that they created, they weren't just for solace and comfort. They were to make sure that people knew that they were fighting for freedom and that they themselves could feel encouraged. And some of those songs have had a long life. And during the civil rights movement, especially, some of those old spirituals were repurposed into freedom songs in the movement. And Bernice Johnson Reagan and a lot of other movement leaders used those songs. And quite frankly, I can't remember, I can't imagine actually that movement without the songs. And the singing together is so much a part. It's not the only thing we do, but it's so much a part of what can be really effective, okay? And so one of those old songs, one of those old spirituals was a spiritual that was called Keep Your Hands on the Plow. And those enslaved Africans would sing that song. And it was supposed, like on the surface, it was about, working really hard and moving forward. But what the internal meaning that all of the folks who were singing it knew was, we are going to keep going and going and going as long as it takes until we're free, right? And so in the civil rights movement, they just changed the lyrics to it, okay? And this is how it goes. I'll start it and then you can join in. It's really simple. If there's one thing we did right, was the day we started to fight. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. If there's one thing we did right, was the day we started to fight. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. Now we need to have you sing louder because you got it now. So we need more sound, right? If there's one thing we did right, was the day we started to fight. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. If there's one thing we did right, was the day we started to fight. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. One more time. If there's one thing we did right, was the day we started to write. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. If there's one thing we did right, was the day we started to fight. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. All right. So another song that was especially prominent during the Civil Rights Movement, it was another repurposed old song, is We Shall Not Be Moved. And a lot of you already probably know it, right? And there's also a Spanish version, and I don't know if someone's going to lead that Spanish version. We're going to do that. We'll do the English version first, and then we'll do the Spanish version, right? Okay. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved, just like a tree that's planted by the waters. We shall not be moved. We're standing up for justice. We shall not be moved. We're standing up for justice. We shall not be moved, just like a tree that's planted by the waters. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved, just like a tree that's planted by the waters. We shall not be moved. So Emily's going to help us.
No nos moverán. No nos moverán como un agua firme junto al río. No nos moverán. Dos veces más, ¿ok? No nos moverán. No time. Ready? No, 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 no nos moverán. No, 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 no nos moverán como un árbol firme junto al río. No nos moverán. ¡Eso!
So as we're singing, let's remind ourselves what these words mean in this context right now. We're talking about people who cannot be moved, and that has a double meaning when I hear it. There's people inside who are stuck in cells, who cannot be moved, who don't have autonomy or agency over where they go. And then there's those of us out here who are determined not to be moved and are resolved. At times that means physically maybe we will not be moved. It means we're not going to be set off of our journey, of our commitment. So we shall not be moved, right? We shall not be moved.
We shall not be moved.
I was just talking with another community leader about recent actions, and there was an action where it had been chanting, and when they came to remove people from an encampment, people started singing, "We shall not be moved." And they said that singing that song in that context, when they were physically being moved, reminded them that there's more at work than what's happening physically in any one given moment. There's the resolve that we have, the solidarity we have with each other. So tonight, let's sing these songs and let's let the new meaning that each song takes as we're singing it in this place fill up the song and give it new meaning. Because these songs are alive right now. We're not imitating recordings of people in the past. We are making these songs live and work right now. Yeah, you can cheer for that. And for anyone who hasn't noticed, as it gets darker, we will be more and more connected by seeing the silhouettes of folks who have been with us each week. And so people who, I don't know if it's the same people or different people each week, but feel free to wave to folks, make hearts with your hands, anything you can do to send love, because they will be sending love and gratitude to us, in my experience. And I'll say that for me, it's also personal. The place where I work with a lot of folks in the refugee and immigrant community. And about a week and a half ago, a young man that I had met a lot of times, he's a rapper, so we kind of bonded over that. He comes from Mauritania. I found out that something had happened, some traffic altercation, and that he's now in Geo. So he's inside there right now. And that's just my own personal connection, but I want to lift up especially those of you who have deep personal connections to people inside, those of you who are playing roles, support roles. And I know in movements, there's often people who are holding up so much and holding so many things together because they have those skills, they have that passion, and they have that ability. And I want to introduce one person like that who I hope we can all help lift up and hold up, because they are an amazing person who are connected to so many people, receiving phone calls daily, hourly from people inside. And so would y'all please show some real love, put your hands together for V.
We love you.
We love you, V.
Yeah, I definitely had ideas of the kind of stories I would share today. I definitely will still share a lot of our stories as time will allow, but stories about a father having to watch his baby girl learn how to walk through an iPad, through a tablet, and calling out her name and getting no response because she doesn't realize that that's her father on the screen. And no matter how many times you tell him that he will have the chance to connect with her, he will be back out, he will get to be there for these moments, that's a particular moment that he will never get back. I have more stories. I'm just a little shaken up because today I went to accompany somebody to court who I've known for a while, a beautiful family. They had their first immigration court, and they came here, and man, they have been excited. They have been engaged. They are like the most beautiful model family. They came here, and then out of nowhere, all of a sudden, they are enrolled in cooking accreditation, in English, and computer skills. They are trying to do everything legal, showing up everywhere, already have their IDs, haven't even gone to their first immigration court date. And they were so nervous, right? Knowing that they'd done everything right, everything by the book, and still so scared because not only are they from Venezuela, they're from Aragua, Venezuela. And there's a connotation about Aragua, thanks to a now famous, made, even more famous group, Tren de Agua, right? That acts like a ghost haunting people everywhere they go, something that has nothing to do with them. And we have to remember, these people didn't come here to fight. They didn't come here to represent a cause. They didn't come here to ask, to demand to be seen as human. They came here to raise their kids. They came here because they were starving and struggling, and they said, I know I can do better for my family. They deserve better. So I went with them to court today, and there was a security guard who, a migrant himself, but who had said previously to other volunteers, I came here legally, and I don't like all these illegals around me, right? And he's working security at this courthouse. Here I am accompanying this shame, right? Someone said instead of shame, we can also say death to empire, because these people have no shame, right? So death to empire. He had no fucking shame when he told me in line, to lower my mask. And when he saw, my face, he goes, you know what you did. You can't come in here. A few weeks ago, I had been caught filming somebody inside who I thought was an ICE agent about to come and detain some people in court. I was technically not in an area that was inside the courtroom, but they've expanded their rules now, so that was against the rules. I've been back since then without an issue, but today he took particular issue. He said, get out of line. I said, I have a right to be here. This is public space. I have no, nothing against my person. There's no official trespassing order. Nothing to say I shouldn't be here with this family. Who can I talk to? I want to talk to the commander. I want to talk to your boss. He's not here right now. Go in the other building. I learned he's on vacation. Thank you. He tried to send me on a rat chase. Anyways, long story short is, by me demanding for a complaint form to speak to somebody, all of a sudden I find myself getting pushed out of the building. I find myself put in handcuffs.
Shame.
And it's amazing to watch the progression of how this happens, right? And you look someone in the eyes, and maybe they don't think they're a fascist. Maybe they don't see themselves as following orders that are unjust or using excessive force, right? But then all of a sudden, in the blink of an eye, you're there in that moment. And bunch of goons, right? God, and just the fear that people constantly have to have, right? Man.
Love you.
Yeah, this is.
We do love you.
I had things I wanted to say, but it's just like the rage gets to a point, You hear so many stories, and you hear people pleading with you. Today, somebody told me on the phone, someone who's inside, he talked to me for 35 minutes, and he said, I'm sorry for calling you and crying like a baby. I'm just genuinely afraid of what they could do to me. And standing up here right now, there's just flashbacks of so many stories, right? Somebody inside getting bullied and pushed back because he asked for his breakfast in the morning, and they thought he was asking for a second meal. So they charged him with assault on a guard, right?
Death to empire!
People who their peers inside haven't heard from them in weeks. Last they knew, that person was in solitary, and now they're wondering, are they okay? Are they alive?
Death to empire!
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Wait. Oh, you can just push this. Hola, Janet.
¿Ya?
Hola, estamos contigo aquí afuera.
Estamos contigo.
Gracias.
Habla Vi, Jaime, y
Hola,
Jamie,
Jeanette. We love
y
you.
Arnie.
Bueno, pues, ¿ya puedo hablar?
Sí.
Bueno, pues solo quiero decirte gracias otra vez por todo el esfuerzo que están haciendo. Ya casi voy a cumplir 4 meses y seguimos en la lucha.
Thank you for all of the strength that you've shown for continuing to come here after 4 months and continue the fight.
Cada día siguen trayendo a nuestra gente, secuestrándola de las calles, dejando a familias separadas y niños sin sus padres.
This is going to be hard for me. Yeah.
So
Every day they're
yeah.
pulling families apart.
every day there's people being kidnapped and pulled apart. Janet, ¿lo puedes decir una vez más?
Sí, que ya son casi 4 meses de estar aquí, 4 meses que siguen separando a nuestras familias, a los niños de sus padres.
I have 4 months here, 4 months in which I'm seeing people separating children from their parents.
Todos los días traen personas nuevas, pero al mismo tiempo están deportando también a mucha de nuestra gente, muchos sin darles la oportunidad de tener un proceso justo.
Every day they're bringing in new people. Every day they're bringing in new people, but they're also deporting so many at the same time.
Y nosotros seguimos aquí resistiendo.
Una vez.
Parte de las retaliaciones que a veces nos quitan los teléfonos para no poder comunicar con ustedes afuera.
As part of the retaliation, they've been taking away our phones so that we cannot communicate with people on the outside.
Pero no importa lo que hagan, siempre voy a encontrar la manera de comunicar y denunciar lo que pasa aquí adentro.
But no matter what they do, I will continue to find a way to communicate and to spread the awareness of what is happening inside here.
Gracias por pelear todos estos meses conmigo y mi familia, pero también por todos los detenidos aquí en Giro.
Thank you for fighting all of these months for me and for my family, and also for fighting for everyone who is detained in here.
Ya se está sintiendo el cansancio, ya casi 4 meses, pero yo sigo resistiendo porque sé que con la ayuda de todos ustedes voy a volver a regresar a las calles a seguir peleando por mi comunidad.
We're starting to feel weariness. We're tired. It's been 4 months and we're still here and we're discouraged, but I know that I will hopefully be able to return to the fight and be out in the streets again fighting.
Yeah.
That's right.
Agradezco que no han dejado solos a mis hijos en esta lucha.
I'm thankful that you haven't left my children alone in this fight.
Lo que me mantiene fuerte para seguir adelante es ver cada lunes que mi comunidad está allá afuera peleando por mí y por los míos.
The thing that gives me strength and keeps me going is knowing that every Monday my community is gathering here and continuing the fight for me and for those of us who are in here.
Se acerca el 4 de julio, que es el día de la independencia de Estados Unidos, pero creo que esta vez no hay nada que celebrar porque se está perdiendo la democracia del país al que muchos amamos por darnos miles de oportunidades.
It's almost July 4th, but this year there isn't much to celebrate because we are losing democracy. The democracy which has been part of this nation that we have come and that we have grown to love because of the opportunities that it has given us.
Mi llamado es que sigan convocando a más grupos, a más comunidad, seguirlos educando porque van a estar más fuertes los operativos y más de nuestra gente va a caer en estos campos de concentración.
My ask for you is to call you to bring more community and to bring more people to join the fight, because they're going to intensify the operations and continue to pick up more people and put them in these concentration camps.
Jeanette, habla Jaime. Una pregunta. ¿Puedo hacer una pregunta? Habla Jaime de Flowbus. Estuvimos en la marcha en el 16 de... me conocen, ¿no? Jamie de Flowbus. Una pregunta. Este 4 de julio nosotros tenemos un concierto bien grande y íbamos a hacer una invitación a toda la gente allá a venir el lunes. Y no sé si podemos arreglar una cosa que usted puede invitar directamente a la gente del concierto. ¿Sería posible?
Claro que sí, puedo hablar con mis hijas, hacer un video en mis redes sociales, invitar a la gente, porque necesitamos cada día más personas y más personas que se unan a la causa, que se unan a esta lucha. Nos quedan todavía 3 años, 6 meses de un infierno que ha creado este presidente.
So he was asking if we could invite her kids and whoever they know to this Friday's concert with the Flowbots, and she says yes, absolutely, and we need more people.
We actually, I was asking Jeanette if she, I was asking Jeanette if she could help to invite everyone. We're going to invite folks at this concert to be here next Monday, and Jeanette said she could make a video as well to invite people more broadly, because we need more people. We have the perfect amount of people tonight, but we need a lot of people. Disculpe, Jeanette, por
Creo que la cosa más importante es que este lugar, aunque es un lugar horrible, se va a convertir en nuestro centro de reunión de cada lunes, de estar convocando cada día más gente, de tener recursos aquí para la comunidad y seguirnos educando. Ese es el poder que tenemos cuando trabajamos todos juntos.
These Monday meetings are going to become so important to gathering the community and to bringing more and more people into the work, and also sharing resources so that we can all work together.
Por favor, cada lunes inviten a sus amigos, a sus compañeros, a la gente de las iglesias, a otros grupos. Entre más gente venga y más gente se esté uniendo al movimiento, vamos a ser más resilientes en todo lo que nos espera con esta administración.
So please, every Monday, bring your friends, your coworkers, the people you know from church. The more and more people that can gather, the stronger and more resilient we will be with everything that is coming from this administration.
También es importante mencionar que no necesariamente tienen que ser grupos pro-inmigrantes, grupos que trabajan para el medio ambiente, ya que este es un foco de contaminación, y otros grupos, porque ahorita todo está conectado con todo y necesitamos crear esa fuerza en números de personas, pero también empezar a hablar sobre el voto y empezar a presionar al Congreso que no pasen el presupuesto que está queriendo pasar Trump.
It's also important to point out that we're not just talking about bringing people that work with immigration advocacy organizations. This affects everything. It affects the environment. It affects all of our rights. And it's important that we all begin to reach across and work together and to fight the budget bill that is currently being discussed, about to be passed, because both this center is a point of environmental impact and contamination, and all of it is interconnected.
That's right.
Por último, quiero decir que esta semana se va a introducir la última contestación al gobierno. Después de esto es solo esperar y necesitamos presionar públicamente, que todos pongan en redes sociales, síganme, algún post, algún comentario, pero también seguir llamando a nuestros congresistas que hagan algo en el Congreso, que no dejen que sigan pasando las leyes ejecutivas de Trump. Necesitan tener más liderazgo.
And this week is the final response to the government, and we need to continue to contact our Congress people, and through social media and the news and every avenue that we can, to fight back against all of these initiatives and executive orders so that they know that the people are fighting back and we do not want this.
Yeah, that's right.
Gracias otra vez de corazón. Eso es lo que me sigue manteniendo aquí de pie, porque mi comunidad sigue conmigo y no me olvida ni a mí ni a los que estamos aquí.
And thank you for being here. This is what keeps me going and keeps me standing, knowing that my community has not been forgotten and that you are here with us.
Jeanette, estamos aquí contigo y si nos permitan queremos hacer una cosa. Could everyone take 15 steps close, crowd up around here? ¿Podemos hacer una canción para usted? ¿Podemos cantarle algo? Okay, let's sing. Come closer, all the way close. Can we sing Danos un Corazón? Yeah. Okay. Let's start. 1, 2, 3. Danos un corazón grande para amar. Danos un corazón fuerte para luchar. Danos un corazón grande para amar. Danos un corazón fuerte para luchar. Danos un corazón grande para amar. Danos un corazón fuerte para luchar. Danos un corazón grande para amar. Danos un corazón fuerte para luchar. Y gracias por cantar con nosotros.
Los amo.
She loves us all.
We love you.
We love you. We love you, Jeanette. Estamos contigo, Jeanette. Estamos contigo.
Muchas gracias. Adiós.
Adiós. Muchísimas gracias. We love you, Jeanette. We love you. Love you.
Gracias.
Goodbye, Jeanette. We love you.
Gracias.
Yeah. And I want to say something about connecting people.
Yeah, exactly it. Just Jeanette says so much better than I was able to say, and the fucking strength it takes, is pretty unbelievable. But the point was that people don't come here to be strong, right? They come here to live their life. I think what makes it hardest about getting these calls and about visiting, getting to know these families, isn't like the moments when they're particularly asking for something actionable, but it's more when they call you because they want to share. I got calls before because they wanted to share their favorite salsa song with me. Or I got a call because they were asking how to spell a word in English. Or I got a call because they just wanted to know about my day. And the last visit I made was to someone who is inside, was detained on his way to work at the hospital, legally, at Anschutz Hospital as their cleaner, and has kids outside and a partner, and he just recently lost his bond case, and it was so heartbreaking to hear pain of what he was going through that day. And he's in a better place now. They're going to try to appeal it. But when I went to visit, I said, what is the one thing, if I had one thing that I could tell people about visiting, about getting involved, about connecting with you? What do they need to know? What should they do? Because I think people get caught up in this idea of it being something they're worried they're not going to be able to achieve, right? What if I can't do the thing they need me to do? He said, just come and see me. I just need someone to talk to. I am in a cell, locked up. My own family can't come see me. I can't see my kids, right? I feel isolated and alone here. They just deported a bunch of my friends, people I was getting to know. So please just tell people I want someone to talk to. And there's so much power in that. So please, if you do want to get involved, if you do want to talk to folks, just today I was referred 3 new people who have never had a single visit, never had anyone come see them, never had a chance to call anyone. And they're just asking, please come talk to us and spend time with us and just remind people of like the good parts of humanity. So definitely come find me. My phone's dead, but get connected. And we have a group called FU Friends, which stands for fuck you, you know, fuck you Geo, fuck you ICE. But FU also means follow up. And the only rule is follow up. You know, you can't do something, maybe someone else can. Let's just be good about following up with our friends. So yeah, so come join. Okay, great. Yeah, I guess we could do that.
Would it work if people put their numbers on a piece of paper and gave them to you? Would that be all right?
That works too, yeah, whichever way.
So just to be clear, if you're someone that has the capacity to take some phone calls, because it's only one way, the calls will come to you and you will answer or not answer. You'll have to press 1. They can't leave a message. So if you're someone that is sometimes available to receive phone calls, sometimes available to go and visit, you are very much needed, and you could really help add to the team of people who are doing that. It's a small and mighty and powerful group that's doing that right now, but more people are needed. So if you're up for doing that, why don't you put your name on a piece of paper with your phone number and share that with V. That's very much needed. So can we give more love right now to V? Juntos hacemos la liberación. No están solas, no están solos. Juntos hacemos la liberación. No están solas, no están solos. Juntos hacemos la liberación. No están solas, no están solos. Juntos hacemos la liberación.
Thank you. That's to you, V. That's to you and everybody inside. There's also an organization called Casa de Paz here in Aurora, and you can sign up to be a pen pal to someone who is detained anywhere in the country. You can go to their website, Casa de Paz, and you can sign up to be a pen pal for anyone detained anywhere in the country. So if you're not able to take phone calls, you can send a letter and you enclose some paper in a stamped envelope and they can write back to you. So it's another option.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now we're gonna sing a cumbia that I'm just learning. Jamie taught us. It's by Miguel Cejas, and these are the words. And I will sing it, and you can sing it with me if you already know it, or you can sing it with me the second time. Okay. Que no caiga la fe, que no caiga la esperanza. Que no caiga la fe, que no caiga la esperanza. Now we're going to do hermana and hermano. Que no caiga la fe, mi hermana. Que no caiga la fe, mi hermana. Que no caiga la fe, mi hermano. Que no caiga la fe, mi hermano. Que no caiga la fe, que no caiga la esperanza. Que no caiga la fe, que no caiga la esperanza. Do we feel like we can do the whole thing together, or do you want to do call and response one more time? Call and response? Okay, here we go. Que no caiga la fe, que no caiga la esperanza, que no caiga la fe, que no caiga la esperanza, que no caiga la fe, mi hermano, que no caiga la fe, mi hermano, que no caiga la fe, mi hermana, que no caiga la fe, mi hermana, que no caiga la fe, que no caiga la esperanza, que no caiga la fe, que no caiga la esperanza. All right, juntos? Yeah? And Jamie's got a chant he's going to come in with. So if you know the chant, follow him. If you want to keep singing with me, keep singing with me. Here we go. Que no caiga la fe, que no caiga la esperanza, que no caiga la fe, que no caiga la esperanza, que no caiga la fe, mi hermana, que no caiga la fe, mi hermano, que no caiga la fe, que no caiga la esperanza, que no caiga la fe, que no caiga la esperanza, que no caiga la fe, que no caiga la esperanza, que no caiga la fe, mi hermana, que no caiga la fe, mi hermano, que no caiga la fe, que no caiga la esperanza, que no caiga la fe, que no caiga la esperanza, que no caiga la fe, que no caiga la esperanza, que no caiga la fe, mi hermana, que no caiga la fe, mi hermano, que no caiga la fe, que no caiga la esperanza, que no caiga la fe, que no caiga la esperanza, que no caiga la fe, que no caiga la esperanza, que no caiga la fe, mi hermana, que no caiga la fe, mi hermano, que no caiga la fe, que no caiga la esperanza, que no caiga la fe, que no caiga la esperanza, que no caiga la fe, que no caiga la esperanza, que no caiga la fe, mi hermana, que no caiga la fe, mi hermano, que no caiga la fe, que no caiga la esperanza, que no caiga la fe, que no caiga la esperanza, que no caiga la fe, que no caiga la esperanza, que no caiga la fe, mi hermana, que no caiga la fe, mi hermano, que no caiga la fe, que no caiga la esperanza, que no caiga la fe, que no caiga la esperanza, que no caiga la fe, que no caiga la esperanza.
So, for anyone who knows Jeanette, or even if you only just now heard her speak, you know how deeply intersectional she is and how many things that she's concerned about besides just even the issue that affects her so directly. And obviously one of the issues that's very dear to her is Palestine. And so I wanted to invite someone who I actually have not met yet in person, but Spencer from JVP, if you'd be willing to come and speak if you are here. Hi. So, yeah, not actually knowing exactly when they were going to speak. Oh, good. Okay, cool. So one more time, give it up for Spencer.
Yeah.
Hi, my name's actually Jensen. I have a different last name as a first name. I want to speak on something that Jeanette brought up, which is how everything is interconnected. So there is an expression in Jewish tradition that every life is a universe. It's a phrase I repeat often as I wake up every day to see that 20, 40, 80 Palestinians have been murdered by Israel while I sleep, adding to the more than 54,000 killed by the Israeli military. It's what I think of when I hear of stories of transgender children forced to go to local city council meetings and defend their right to exist instead of just getting to be the carefree children they should be. It's something I think of when I see videos of immigrants being plucked up off the street, kidnapped by ICE, or of mothers choosing to self-deport themselves so at least they can go on their own terms. Every life is a universe and everything is connected. I am standing here today as a member of Jewish Voice for Peace because I know that what has been happening in Palestine is now being wrought by ICE. I mean that quite literally. It is a known fact that U.S. law enforcement will travel to Israel to meet and be trained by Israel's military and police forces. In JVP, we call this program the Deadly Exchange. When we saw the brutal crackdown of public protests against ICE in LA and Denver earlier this month, that is not just good old American policing, although we know that's true, but it's also pulling from Israel's playbook of treating protesters as enemy combatants and controlling media coverage of state violence. This deadly exchange is an active partnership. The U.S. gives resources and military power to Israel. The government asks Israel to field test it on Palestinians, and then Israel gives their findings back so the U.S. police and National Guard can use those teachings on its own communities. For example, in 2014, our Department of Homeland Security awarded Israeli Defense Corporation Elbit Systems a $145 million contract to erect and maintain surveillance towers along the Arizona-Mexico border. When the company expanded its contract in 2017, it had the audacity to boast that it offered field-proven architecture tested on Palestinians. These corporations and these governments talk about Palestinians and immigrants like they are objects to be tested on, like they are not human. This weekend, we heard reports that opioids are being hidden in flour, at times literally crushed up into it, and then being distributed at U.S.-run aid sites, forcing starving Gazans to have to choose to consume contaminated flour so they can eat. It is inconceivably cruel. It shows a complete absence of humanity on the parts of both the U.S. and Israeli governments. Everything is connected. We know that the cruelty that enables the Israeli military to shoot Gazans while they are waiting in aid lines, making aid distribution centers actual killing fields, is the same moral bankruptcy that allows ICE agents to steal people from their homes with impunity. People who pay taxes, people who work, people who have families here. And even if they did none of these things, it would not matter. It is unconscionable for our government to be allowed to kidnap people and disappear them. But here, tonight, we are displaying the opposite of these government-sanctioned actions. There is nothing more emblematic of humanity to me than standing outside of a prison, singing so that our loved ones can hold on to something beautiful as they endure the unthinkable. I'm here today because I stand with immigrants. I'm here to remind you that if you stand with immigrants, you also stand with Palestinians. Right now, we have an opportunity to force our congressional representatives to stop arming Israel. The U.S. has sent Israel over $30 billion in weapons to carry out atrocities since October of 2023. $30 billion. Money that could be spent here in education, healthcare, housing. If we want to end the intentional starvation of Gazans, we must force the U.S. government to end its sponsorship of the Israeli military. H.R. 3565, also called the Block the Bombs Act, is legislation that proactively challenges U.S. complicity in atrocity crimes against Palestinians in Gaza. It prohibits the worst offender offensive weapons, including bombs, tank rounds, artillery shells that are U.S. supplied and have been involved in the mass killing of Palestinian civilians and the grossest violations of international law in Gaza. I'm urging you tonight to call your representatives, be it Diana DeGette, Joe Neguse, or Jason Crow, and ask them to co-sponsor Block the Bombs. Everything is connected. What is happening over there always comes back here. We see it from history. We see it now. But standing here today, I believe we can make the change necessary to stop arming Israel, to stop ICE, to liberate Palestinians, liberate immigrants, liberate every life, every universe.
Free, free, Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine!
Thank you, Jensen. And sorry for calling you Spencer. So moments like this when elected officials are trepidatious to make the right choice are pretty familiar, right? Yeah. And not just elected officials, we know that all of us are entangled and complicit in different ways and face these moments of choice. Yeah. Even it might be somebody who's working at GEO. It might be somebody who works in the weapons industry. It might be someone who has any number of roles. And so as we're asking and calling upon our elected officials to represent us and block the bombs, maybe we could also remind ourselves of a song that is made for just such times. And actually 2 songs. We're going to start with one and lead to the other. The first comes from the labor movement, and the second comes from moments where people had to step off of the sidelines into the unknown in order to make their way to freedom. So the first song goes quite simply like this. Which side are you on now? Which side are you on? Which side are you on now? Which side are you on? Which side are you on now? Which side are you on? Which side are you on now? Which side are you on? Which side are you on now? Which side are you on? Which side are you on now? Which side are you on? Which side are you on now? Which side are you on? Which side are you on now? Which side are you on? Which side are you on now? Which side are you on? Which side are you on now? Which side are you on? Which side are you on now? Which side are you on? Which side are you on now? Which side are you on? Which side are you on now? Which side are you on? Which side are you on now? Which side are you on? Which side are you on now? Which side are you on? Where in the water, children? Where in the water? God's gonna trouble the water. Wade in the water. Wade in the water. Wade in the water, children. Wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. One more time. Wade in the water. Wade in the water, children. Wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. God's gonna trouble the water. God's gonna trouble the water. One last time. God's gonna trouble. God's gonna trouble the water. Dr. Jones, would you want to say anything about that last song?
All these different songs are just. Well, that particular song was a song that enslaved Africans used, mimicking baptism. They were actually communicating to people who were escaping from plantations that they should wade through water to avoid the scent being left and the bloodhounds being able to catch up with them. So, those songs are kind of a model for all these other songs in the labor movement and the women's rights movement and the LGBTQ movement. And one of the things that one of our mutual mentors, Vincent Harding, sort of kind of employed us to do was to get in our contemporary to get beyond just chanting and really start singing again, because we can make up new songs, we can use old songs, we can modify different songs, but the songs themselves are really powerful. And when you put that sound of that singing in your body, it not only energizes us, but it energizes everyone around us. So, great.
So I wanted to invite Gail to come up here. I think Gail had an important announcement. Are you still here, Gail? Okay. And also, I didn't catch your name, but thank you for the interpretation earlier. That was very, very helpful, and you did an incredible job.
Hi, I'm Gail. I'm here with Indivisible Denver Action, also a smaller group within that, the Salvador Study Group. We are collecting letters to be sent to the El Salvadoran consulate in Cairo to be sent to President Bukele, the president of El Salvador, requesting that he send back the over 250 people who were disappeared by Trump to his country. We got Kilmar Garcia back, but that's only one. So I have some letters where we're just asking if you could just sign a little note. You don't have to put your name, but maybe put your city and state, so that Bukele can know who these letters are coming from. These are from United States citizens who are mad that he would be in cahoots with our horrible felon of a president and put people away who have not had their chance. They have not had due process. They were just shipped off with not even knowing why they were shipped off. So we're collecting these letters, and we go weekly to the consulate here in Aurora to deliver the letters to the consulate to have them then send them on to the presidents, which we hope is actually happening. So if you have any questions, give me a holler. I've got a few of these today to be signed. I don't have as many for everybody just because my resource to bring more letters didn't show up tonight. But anyway, I've got them. My husband's got them. Also, over here, Victor and Juan are also helping me out with this. So either you guys anything more we need to say?
Just a separate announcement altogether. Colorado Rapid Response needs help. Whatever way you can help. I have information. We had a meeting recently that I got more information from them. So if you want, you can either look them up if you don't want to trust some random bearded guy in gym shorts, or you can give me contact information. I can share those.
Thank you.
If anyone couldn't hear that, Colorado Rapid Response is looking for more volunteers. So they need more people to be confirm that ICE agents are in the area, that kind of thing. But you can find their website or go talk to Victor over there.
And you can trust Victor.
Yes. So find us, sign a letter. If you signed it last week, you can sign it again, because I really don't think he's going to be checking signatures. So.
Thank you.
If there's anyone here that is in contact with people or has family members or wants to give a testimonial, feel free to come check in with me, and after we do another song, we'd like to invite you to speak. Right now, I want to invite someone who has been in conversations with folks inside and is going to share a bit of his experience with that. Could you please put your hands together for Mark?
Thank you, Jamie. And thank you for everything you're doing for everyone. And thank you to V also for inspiring everyone, because that's what you really are doing here too. So thank you. I've had a rough few days with the news, and person I've been visiting got moved, and it's been a pretty emotional few days, so I don't really have a prepared speech, but I did want to talk about all my experience over the years with CASA, and then just coming here with our current group. It's just amazing how many stories are still there and how many stories are gone that you and I will never know.
That's right.
It's very emotional.
And I've had both positive and negative outcomes from detainees that I've seen over the years. People that came from all over the world, and it's such a variety of stories, that reasons why people came and how they got here, which if you've ever talked to someone that had to go through South America all the way up on foot, how incredibly difficult and trying that journey is, and some people die along the way. Many people get robbed, multiple times by the people that are even helping them, supposedly. It's mind-blowing that anyone in that situation would come here for any reason but to want a better life. And when you know that, it's like, you look at the news and you're like, how out of touch are these people with reality and with people's actual lived experiences? And I can talk a little bit about the person I've been visiting recently. He was living in the US for 15 years. He had some situations with the law that were not his fault in any way, shape, or form at first. He had a job, he was a professional, and he slowly got on the wrong side of the district attorney and some other people in a county in Colorado, and I probably shouldn't go into specifics, but basically they threatened him. He fought back legally, and he resisted. He told his stories. He got other people in trouble that were breaking the law, and then eventually they won in court, and then he got detained here, and he spent over 380 days in there.
Jeez.
When he should have either been legally, by law, he should have been deported within 6 months if he has an order of deportation, or he should be released in the US. And neither happened because they like to make money on people.
That's
no
right.
matter what
That's
is
right.
right and wrong.
Death to empire.
Death to the empire.
And it happens because people don't pay attention and people don't know the stories. That's first. If you can erase people's stories, then they don't exist, even if they're happening. And so I just wanted to call attention to that, because now this man is taken in the middle of the night to a prison in another state, and we don't know what's going to happen next for him. And there's so many stories like that here.
Yeah.
So please, if you're interested, whatever languages you speak or whatever your interests are, it's easy to connect with people. You just talk. It's very easy. And it's very meaningful. You're not there to be their lawyer or anything like that. It's just talking. So I would encourage you to talk to V, please. Talk to Jamie. Talk to myself. We can get you signed up. That would be a very great ask. But I would also say one more thing. And I know a lot of us are overwhelmed right now, and we're also doing our own things. We're involved in whatever organizations we're involved in. But if everyone here did one more thing this week for something or someone, that would make a huge impact. We can't just come here and care and then not do anything. And this isn't to call anyone out.
Right.
But it's to remind us we have to continue to make actions even if it seems impossible. And
That's right. That's right.
yeah. And as July 4th comes up here, and we feel like we have less and less reason to celebrate that, also think about all the stories that July 4th doesn't represent, that are also America. We're all America. So let's keep telling stories. That's very important. Thank you.
And thank you, Mark, for your incredible capacity to listen and be present for people. One of the hardest things, as V mentioned, is When someone calls you without a specific concrete ask, but just wanting someone to listen, it takes a certain kind of person to be able to do that, and we can all learn to do that, including right now, right? So I work with another group very closely connected to people inside, which is refugees. And when I hear people talk about, oh, people need to do it the right way, I think, which right way are you talking about? Every possible right way, every possible legal pathway has either been rescinded, upended, paused, completely canceled. And so I wondered if we could sing a song together. We're gonna change the lyrics as we go. This is a song I first saw sung by a woman in Canada, in Toronto, and it was called Toronto Welcomes Refugees, or actually Vancouver. It was a video titled Vancouver Welcomes Refugees. And she'd taken these two songs and woven them together so beautifully. So if everyone would take like 10 steps forward, because it's better when we sing when we're closer together, it goes like this. Oh, refugees are welcome here. Oh, refugees are welcome. Oh, how I love thee as my neighbor. Thee as my neighbor. Refugees are welcome here. Louder. Oh, refugees are welcome here. Oh, refugees are welcome here. Oh, how I love thee as my neighbor. Refugees are welcome. All immigrants are welcome here. All immigrants are welcome here. Oh, how I love thee as my neighbor. All immigrants are welcome here. Immigrants are welcome here. All immigrants are welcome here. That's my neighbor. Everyone's home. All immigrants are welcome. So welcome here. All immigrants are welcome. Immigrants are welcome here. Mother Earth is everyone's home. All immigrants are welcome here. Mother Earth is everyone's home. Say it loud, say it clear. Say it loud, say it clear. Immigrants are welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Immigrants are welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Immigrants are welcome here. So we're coming towards the end. I think we have just a few more songs. Did you want to make an announcement about what you mentioned earlier, or is there someone who could speak to that?
I only knew what I heard earlier.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a formal. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I don't know the people inside here personally. We hear their stories and they come and go, and that's one of the hardest things is we don't even know a lot of times when people go, where they go. There was a news crew here earlier about a man that I've never even heard of. And he was transferred out without his family knowing. And his wife showed up on Friday to see him, and he was in Texas. And that's how, death to empire. That's how people are finding out. And with the money that they're spending on this, it just doesn't make any sense. The one that they're building in Florida is being built with FEMA funds. Oh my God. Literally. In like a natural preserve. Wow. But what someone said before about trying to fight back this budget bill, it's incredibly important. ICE has a $3.5 billion budget right now. They're trying to make it more than 12 times that. No! And at the same time, they've discussed denaturalization. So for people who moved here and became citizens, they want to take that away.
Or they're born here.
I already have friends that have not gone to things because we thought ICE might show up. They are naturalized citizens. So if we don't want to see one of these in every town, we need to fight. That budget bill, ICE, our leaders, like they said, they mentioned all of the congressional representatives. Call them, write them. I can't go to their offices anymore because I already sent the police after me, but if you can, do it. Literally, show up and tell them, don't vote for this. Stop supporting ICE. Joe Neguse and Brittany Patterson both voted to support ICE.
That's right.
Yep.
They take a lot of APAC money too.
Thank you for sharing that. So, there's two songs that are a little more complicated that I think have special meaning that we can sing. And then I would propose that we conclude by actually moving as close as we can to this fence and singing a few songs to close things out. As many of you know, and we've already experienced once before at one of these rallies, one of Jeanette's favorite songs is Imagine by John Lennon. And I thought it would be, could be meaningful if we were to sing a portion of that song on a video that maybe we can somehow share with Jeanette. I don't know if we can use the video you're filming right now. So if people could come and get close together. We modified the words a little bit. We thought we could try this. I'll do call and response first here. So imagine there's no geo.
There's no geo.
It's easy if you try.
It's easy if you try.
No indefinite detention.
No indefinite detention.
Above us only sky.
Above us only sky.
Imagine all the people.
Imagine all the people
Living free today.
living free today.
And then it goes. You might say I'm a dreamer,
But I'm not the only one.
I hope someday you'll join us.
I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will lead us on.
Imagine there's no geo.
Imagine there's no geo. It's easy if you try.
No indefinite detention.
No indefinite detention.
Above us only sky.
Above us only sky.
Imagine all the people.
Imagine all the people
Living free today.
living free today. Oh, you might say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will lead us on.
Beautiful.
Yes. Thank you.
There's another song we've sung, I think, twice now. How many of you are familiar with Pablo and Carla? I don't know. Is Carla out? So Carla is out.
Yeah.
So there are victories. And back in February for the Love Knows No Border event, we asked, is there anyone who has a song they'd like to request from the inside? And Pablo said that Carla's request was this song called Todo Va a Estar Bien. And we sang it with the marching band in February. We sang it a few weeks ago with Yuzo from the Pink Hawks, and I thought we could try singing it all together now. There's some lyrics that have been circulating. You might need to get shoulder to shoulder with somebody. And it is going to be a little difficult because it's a complex song, but I think we can do it. Are y'all ready to try this?
Yeah.
So if anyone feels confident and wants to be on the mic with me or instead of me, please. Okay, so does anyone know this song like you already knew it before? Okay.
I have it on my phone. I can play it.
I can lead us here, but so it goes like this. So just do your best. If you don't speak Spanish, just try your best. You could even just hum the tune, but let's sing it powerfully because this represents a victory and it represents a person requesting a song through the walls, and it represents people in the streets doing their best, even across language lines, to meet someone and celebrate them. So it goes like this. I got to start in the right place though, right? Esta mañana me siento ligera, mi mente está quieta, mis manos abiertas, el peso que había, lo que me dolía, se ha ido de mi alma y todo va a estar bien. Las aves pasean muy alto en el cielo y bailan las hojas al ritmo del viento. Siento mi pulso, respiro profundo, su voz me recuerda que todo va a estar bien. Todo va a estar bien. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gracias. Hoy es ti la gracia, todas mis heridas se disipan hoy. Gracia, hoy es ti la gracia, me siento segura, todo va a estar bien. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. De su presencia recibo la fuerza, su toque me llena y el alma libera. Con todas las ganas enfrento mi mundo, se han ido las dudas y todo va a estar bien. Todo va a estar bien. Here we go. Gracia, hoy des ti la gracia, todas mis heridas se disipan hoy. Gracia, hoy des ti la gracia, me siento segura, todo va a estar bien. Here's the bridge. It goes like this. Creo lo que tú dijiste, creo lo que ya tú hiciste, aunque vengan las tormentas, todo va a estar bien, todo va a estar bien. One more time. Creo lo que tú dijiste, creo lo que ya tú hiciste, aunque vengan las tormentas, todo va a estar bien, todo va a estar bien. Gracias, hoy des ti la gracia, todas mis heridas se disipan hoy. Last one. Gracias, hoy des ti la gracia, me siento segura, todo va a estar bien. So for our last few minutes here, can we all just move up by the fence and can we just be present with folks? Wave, share love, send love.
Watch out for this hole. Yeah, don't step in the hole, guys.
Yeah, watch your step, but you can go all the way up to the fence. And let's start with the chant. No están solos. 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 No están solas. Juntos hacemos la liberación. No están solos. No están solas, juntos hacemos la liberación. No están solos, no están solas, juntos hacemos la liberación. No están solos, no están solos, juntos hacemos la liberación. No están solos, no están solos, juntos
jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido 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 jamás será vencido. El pueblo están solos, no están solos, no están solos, no están solos. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. No están solos. Jamás será vencido, el pueblo unido jamás será vencido. No están solos, 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 no están solos. No están solos, juntos hacemos la liberación. No están solos, no están solos, juntos hacemos la liberación. No están
Do you post this somewhere on the internet?
YouTube channel?
Yeah.
It's Carol on YouTube. Carol, C-A-R-O-L. F-U-N-K.
And I'll find it just
Yes, that's the name of the channel on YouTube.
All right. And my name's Rob Prince. I'm with the old teacher. My pleasure.
We love teachers. We love teachers. Thank you. It's pretty emotional tonight. The tears. Oh, this is so terrible. But they're not alone. You're not alone. No, it's not solo. Thank you for joining us tonight. I will link. Well, he didn't. Muhammad is here. Dr. Muhammad. Sorry. To the bigs. Brings me hope.
There's a song from Johnson you probably know called Ella's Song, and the chorus describes exactly what's happening right now. Freedom cannot rest. We who believe in freedom cannot rest until it comes. We who believe in freedom cannot rest. We who believe in freedom cannot rest until it comes. We who believe in freedom cannot rest.
Not right now.
We who believe in freedom cannot rest until it comes. We who believe in freedom cannot rest. We who believe in freedom cannot rest until it comes.
Yeah.
We who believe in freedom cannot rest. We who believe in freedom cannot rest until it comes. We who believe in freedom cannot rest. We who believe in freedom cannot rest until it comes. We who believe in freedom cannot rest. We who believe in freedom cannot rest until it comes. Two more times. We who believe in freedom cannot rest. We who believe in freedom cannot rest until it comes. We who believe in freedom cannot rest. We who believe in freedom cannot rest until it comes. We who believe in freedom cannot rest. We who believe in freedom cannot rest until it comes. We who believe in freedom cannot rest. We who believe in freedom cannot rest until it comes.
Yeah.
As a closing song, there's a song that we could sing in both English and Spanish. That is a commitment to what we're all doing here and everywhere else when we're in these spaces. It's called Building Up a New World. This is a
song that Vincent Harding, who has worked closely with Dr. King and worked closely with thousands of people, mentoring so many of us, would always teach every time people were together. And I wondered if Dr. Jones could help.
Yeah. So it's if any of you know the song, we are building Jacob's ladder. We are climbing Jacob's We are climbing Jacob's ladder. Do you know that melody? It's that melody. We are climbing Jacob's ladder. We are climbing. Okay. It's we are building up a new world.
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 We are building up a new world. Builders must be strong.
Builders must be strong. We are
building up a new world. We are building up a new world. We are building up a new world. Builders must be strong. We are building up a new world. 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 Builders must be strong. Construimos un mundo nuevo. Construimos un mundo nuevo. Construimos un mundo nuevo. Construimos un mundo nuevo. Fuertes somos hoy. Construimos un mundo nuevo. Construimos un mundo nuevo. Construimos un mundo nuevo. Fuertes somos hoy. We are building up a new world. We are building up a new world. We are building up a new world. Builders must be strong. Current sisters, don't get weary. Current sisters, don't get weary. Brothers, don't get weary. Brothers, don't get weary. Courage, people, don't get weary. Current sisters, don't get weary. Brothers, sisters, don't get weary. Courage, brothers, don't get weary. Courage, people, don't get weary. Build up weary. Last time we are building up a new world. 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 Builders must be strong. Builders must be strong. Let's shout it. Builders must be strong. We're strong.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. A small weird announcement. If anyone wants to just let off a bunch of steam, the band Flowbots, which I'm in, we're playing for free Friday night, July 4th at Levitt Pavilion. It's a free show, and we'll be singing a lot of these songs and plugging people into groups like Hand and groups like Aurora Unidos and groups like JVP. So we'd love to have you all there and to plug in, to let off steam together and to raise our voices and recruit people there to come here next Monday. And as you all know, I think next Monday is not one to miss. It's going to be for a long time, from 3 o'clock until 8 o'clock.
Do you know if it's at the same time?
It's going to be longer. It's going to be from 3 o'clock until 8 o'clock. Yeah.
So 3 p.m. next Monday. And Friday at what time?
Friday is nighttime. We go on like at 8, but it opens at 5 or whatever. So come whenever. It's a free show. Even if it says it's sold out, it's not sold out. It's free. Just come and they'll let you in.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I think anytime between 3 and 8 is a good time. Thank you, everybody who spoke and helped and sang, and everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us tonight, guys. Remember Friday night at Levitt Pavilion? And next Monday night from 3 o'clock to 8. It's going to be a big one. Join us here. Bring your body if you can. Join us. I love you. Hi, Carol. Hi, sweetheart.
Yeah, I can feel that.
Yeah,
coming
it's
in.
like,
Hi.
I love you and thank you for being here.
Yeah, me too. I'm glad to be here.
So anyway, I love you guys. Remember, free Jeanette, free Palestine, free them all. See you again soon.
Yeah.
Rather than later.
From last. I see a couple people I recognize.